Wes was going to annoy me if it was there the whole time. Alright, welcome back. Welcome to I'm Not Sayin. Yes, I do the intros, John. Thank you for remembering. Today since we all like fantasy football, we all are in the same league. Same league together.
It's very competitive. Always gets interesting. Always gets a lot of fun.
It does. So, a lot of people, they like PPR format. This man is going to tell you exactly why. This man, I mean John himself.
Yes.
He's going to tell you why PPR sucks.
Yeah.
And I might chime in. He has counter arguments. It's like a full-blown 3-paragraph essay where I'm the introduction. He is the other argument, and he's everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, so Blackstain here. What's going on? Blackstain went through too. Nice to see you.
All right. @John_Nice. The underscore.
Too many underscores, man.
I don't even remember if the underscores at the beginning or the end. I don't know.
How do you not know your Twitter handle?
Because I just started using Twitter again.
Oh, that's very true.
I took like a year and a half hiatus for Twitter. Anyways, that's not the point of this
Cabbage
video.
over here.
Xander007 made that when I was 8. I don't regret it.
Okay. Anyways, so I was gonna get in. So as we were saying, I was gonna get into why PPR sucks. First off, I don't think that you should get a full extra point just for catching a ball. 10 yards is 10 yards. You shouldn't get 2 points for getting a 10-yard, whether it's a catch versus whether it's a run. Like, you're getting 10 yards either way. Why get a full another point?
You're talking about catches versus handoffs.
Yes.
Even though there is a format called points per carry. Which
but that's
is that TPC?
Yeah, that is actually
that's so unnecessary.
I know. I agree.
It's so over.
That does feel that makes the balance for running backs again worse.
Yeah, because that way you're really taking away your home run hitters and just giving them points to the grinders.
All right, yeah.
Anyways,
sorry.
Okay.
I didn't mean.
So I was gonna say, it really kind of punishes running backs here, and just makes it unnecessary, and it just shows that you have to be a good pass catcher rather than actually helping your team more. You're helping your team just as much, and I'd actually argue later that you're helping your team less, but you're getting a full extra point. Anyways, too, another thing I wanted to bring up, say you get a catch for negative yards. In PPR, you are still getting a full point for that, whereas you're actually hurting your team.
Unless you get negative 10 yards, in which case you get 0 points.
Yes, that is true. But that doesn't happen. But anyways, I was gonna say, you get a catch for -1 yards or minus a few yards. As a receiver, running back, whatever, that should be either a pass that you're gaining yards with, or that should be a pass you're batting down. Still get points for that. To still get a point for that in PPR, I think is ridiculous. Which is one of the many reasons why I don't like it.
He's just trying to help your fantasy team, man.
Yeah, but you're helping your fantasy team by being not good at football.
True.
But that's why
Oh, no, you keep going.
I was going to say,
I don't know.
A common counter argument to that would be if you get more catches, you're more likely to get first downs. But I would say that that isn't necessarily the case, because it could be a 3rd and 8, you get a catch for 5 yards. You're getting the PPR point, but you're not helping your team. That is not 3rd and 8, you get 5 yards. That is useless. You're hurting your team there.
Unless you go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, but
circumstances.
I know.
Circumstances, but you're just not helping your team there.
9 times out of 10, you aren't going for it on 4th down.
Yeah. And then kind of the last point I wanted to iterate is actually if you're running the football, you're tiring the defense out a lot more, because you're having all of them try to chase you. You're building confidence to your offense if you get a good run, and you're just punishing their D-line there, and your offensive line is feeling super giddy after you just get a great run with your running back. Your running back runs well, your line pushes well, and then also you've got some of your grinder running backs like Nick Chubb, Jordan Howard, LeGarrette Blount, who don't see the light of day when it comes to the passing game, but they're out there all the time just grinding.
Adrian Peterson,
exactly. Breaking through defensive lines. LeGarrette Blount was unnecessary.
No. All I'm saying is LeGarrette Blount in recent years is essentially a goal line back.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't entirely say
that. He does bust a few big ones.
Occasionally. Okay, not anymore. I mean, there's no way he's doing anything in Detroit now. I think he's gone. Detroit.
That's fair. But
Anyway,
anyways,
sorry.
I was gonna say,
Please keep
like these sorts of running backs, like they do great work just busting through these defensive lines. They don't see the light of day when it comes to the pass game, and this really hurts their value when they're not doing if they're getting the same amount of yards, they're not doing any worse than some of these other running backs like James White, who gets like a catch every
three
set
plays.
of downs.
Yeah.
But this like James White back in PPR would be like one of the most relevant backs in fantasy, whereas someone who's kind of doing like this behind the scenes dirty work is getting screwed.
Yeah. No, I understand what you're saying, but I necessarily don't care either way. It's if you want to do it, I'm not going to tell you it sucks.
Well, it's the structure of the league, and you just play to whatever you have to
of
win.
course, yours in support of it as you are Mr. Wide Receiver. Joe
Yeah,
over here,
so basically,
I don't know the last time I've never seen this man take a running back in the first 2 rounds.
I am all for PPR, but I'm completely against decimal scoring. I think decimal scoring is stupid because somebody gets 13.6 points.
I feel like it's better to lose by 1 point.
It's just
than
the thing is too. I don't like decimal scoring either, and it's because it's annoying. It's annoying to talk about fantasy football. It's like I scored 131.6 points this
do
week.
the same damn voice. Why can't you let me
go.
have it?
All right.
So anyway,
do it.
I scored 137.9 points, and he scored 137.8 points.
all right. So anyways, basically, if you think drafting a running back first is a good idea, you're wrong. Why? Because
you and I've done that.
A wide receiver gets the ball a maximum of if they have a good game, they have about 6 catches.
Yeah,
okay?
it is.
So it would be 6 points. It's a passing
NFL
league.
Also loves to throw the ball.
It's a passing league, but then it also expands rosters because there's a lot of the lesser known running backs that have a lot more value. For example, Giovanni Bernard.
You just love Giovanni Bernard.
James White. Dion Lewis? No.
Yeah,
Dion Lewis.
Dion Lewis.
And I can't really think of it.
Are we talking for PPR?
Yeah, for PPR. It makes those guys good.
My counterpoint to that would be though, like, why should those guys get more attention than people who are getting like the same amount of yards and touchdowns, but just not getting them in the same way? Like these other people are just as helpful to your team, albeit in a different way.
Right. No,
but they're
completely.
doing just as much work.
But yes, completely. But let's not forget that running backs like you're talking about the ground and pound type of running backs. They have a higher probability of getting injured.
Also, a lot of just pure like.
So say you put your stock into 1 or 2 running backs. Say that guy gets injured, then who do you pick up? You're not going after Giovanni Bernard or some of those lesser known guys because they're not doing anything for you because they'll have 30 rushing yards and 40 receiving yards. That's a damn good game, But he's not getting the 3 receptions that he has, so he's getting even less points.
Yeah,
but he's still having a very good game.
Yeah, but 70 yards is 70 yards. Like, it doesn't matter what way you get it. 70 yards.
But if you have, 4 catches for 70 yards, you now have 11 points in PPR.
Like, honestly,
whereas you just have 7 points.
There's a lot more. What I'm saying is there's a lot more sleepers.
There's
absolutely. That's true.
It doesn't.
But honestly,
the value of a lot
one thing I'd say, I still wouldn't want to do a league this way just because it's too complicated and unpredictable.
Decimal scoring. Yes, we already covered that.
No, I was gonna say.
I
I think it'd be like more relevant to give a guy an extra point, like for converting a first down.
Yeah, they have that.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I think that'd be like a better. I think that'd be a better method of scoring than giving a point for a catch.
No, because basically there's some guys who are literally there. Like, okay, then you say fullbacks have like a dick hair value because they convert because they're
fullbacks have no value.
Yeah, but okay. Let's say they just keep like.
When's the last time you started a fullback in fantasy?
That's a good point. I don't know. I was trying to make a point.
Vontae Leach, the first year you played.
John Kuhn or whatever his name is on Green.
You never owned him. You never thought about owning him.
No, but first downs because everyone just likes to go. Oh, no, wait. What's that one guy in New England who somehow
Devlin,
James Devlin.
I called him Duke Devlin, like the guy I think from Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, but I don't care.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
I am Duke Devlin. Alright, sorry. See, he was relevant for way too long. He slightly
Okay.
relevant.
Well, I think that's pretty.
I
much
think
the
this
top.
video has been done for the last 4 minutes.
Hey, I talked during those 4 minutes.
I had one more thing I was gonna say.
What's up?
Just simply because, well, it speaks. I mean, because think about tight ends. What do you do outside of Zach Ertz and Travis Kelce? I mean, you could say George Kittle at this point. With that, he 1 year, you don't know. But because after that, it's almost a lot more touchdown dependent. Or a lot of them, who's decent.
Delaney
who's not.
Walker
Is
coming off
is
ACL.
that a bad thing though? Touchdowns help your team more than
No,
any other.
I mean,
sort
I'm just saying, it makes some tight ends a little more valuable if they catch a good amount. Because not every tight end, because not every team.
Well,
loves
Zach
throwing-
Ertz would be number one.
Well, yeah, not well. No, I still think that. Well, actually, maybe not. Yeah. But no, a lot of teams don't entirely throw to their tight ends in the end into the red zone a lot, unless you are
very well be.
yeah, unless you are like a Travis Kelce, Zach Ertz, or it was maybe Eric Ebron. I don't know. Who knows?
Ebron's my guy.
Hey,
you
Eric
got
Ebron's
Ebron
one of the
this
very few tight ends that have had rushing touchdowns.
Yeah,
God,
said
he
two.
did.
I think.
That was the one thing I wanted to say.
Okay.
I was trying to say that for 5 minutes.
Pretty much it.
Alright. Yeah, other than that, I got really nothing else.
All right, thanks,
Alright,
guys.
We got Jack Squad else. Thanks.
Yeah.
Black
Yeah,
Sting
subscribe.
1302 here.
Yep. John, whatever the hell his Twitter handle is.
link it. Put it.
Yeah, I'll figure it out when I.
Comments
edit
below
this.
on why PPR is so much better than non-PPR.
Or why non-PPR is so much better than PPR.
Or argue for points per carry. I would love to read that. I'm actually serious. If somebody wants to do that for me, I'll read it. I'm actually not kidding.
All right.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Thank you very much.
See you guys, and
See you in the next video.
Check out that Miami Marlins video.